we're going to talk about something that every trader needs to understand but often overlooks, and that is liquidity. Liquidity can be the difference between your trades going absolutely sideways and wrong and making thousands of dollars in profit. Grab your notebooks because we're about to dive deep into the bloodline of the market, liquidity. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel where we turn complex trading ideas into simple, actionable insights that make you a better trader every day. If you're new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button and join our community of smart traders. You can see the link for that in the description below. So have you ever wondered why your trades sometimes go completely wrong or sideways? Well, it's not because of bad luck. It might just be that you're not understanding where liquidity is on the chart. A lot of the times people will enter trades not understanding that there is a very strong point of liquidity where price wants to draw to. We're going to go over some concepts here, and I'm going to try to explain everything the best that I can. If you're brand new to liquidity, I'm going to make sure you leave this video knowing what we're talking about. All right. So first of all, what is liquidity? Well, in its simplest terms, liquidity refers to how easily you can buy or sell an asset without affecting its price. The more liquid an asset is, the quicker and easier it is to trade. So think of it as the market's ability to handle large orders without breaking a sweat. In a liquid market like Bitcoin, for example, is what we're looking at here, there is a lot of volume and high amounts of trading activity, which means that you can enter and exit positions very, very quickly. And in illiquid markets where, you might be trading some sort of crappy coin that doesn't have any volume, what you're likely to see is a lot of slippage, you'll see wider spreads, and you'll see a lot of volatility in that particular market. So why the hell should you even care about liquidity? Well, imagine trying to sell a rare baseball card, right? And if there was only a few buyers of that baseball card, you might have to drop your price significantly. And the same goes for trading, right? Low liquidity means fewer participants, which leads to larger price movements when big orders are hitting the market. So in high liquidity markets, your trades are executed much faster and closer to the intended price, right? So reducing the risk of slippage, and that's pretty crucial for both your entry and your exit points. Now that's all good and dandy, right? But in a practical term, why is liquidity important? Well, when we look at a chart and we can identify where liquidity is, what it can tell us is that price is likely to draw to those prices. Price is likely to go and hit that point of liquidity, almost like a magnet, right? And I hate using that word magnet because I hear a lot of YouTubers and people talking about how price is like a magnet in certain areas. But with liquidity, it truly is, okay? If you can understand where liquidity is, that's where price is going to want to draw to. And we're going to go over some examples here. So when it comes to an actual trading situation, your zones of liquidity are areas on the chart where you're going to find lots of orders being clustered. You'll often find them around key support and resistance levels. And I don't really like using key support and resistance as a terminology thing, because support and resistance is really basic, and what we're talking about here is actually quite an advanced concept. So let me show you an example of this, right? So let's say you were going in short from here. Now, if somebody was going to be shorting the market here, which they clearly are, you can actually identify this quite easily by looking at this candle here. You can see there's a lot of selling pressure. And how do we know there's selling pressure? Well, look at the size of this wick. Right, that wick means that the price started up here and it's been sold all the way down to here by the time that this candle closed, which is on an hourly chart. So that's a lot of selling motion in the space of an hour, right? Which indicates to us that this is probably going to be moving down. Now, what happens is because people are identifying that exact thing that I've just said, that the price might be moving down, they will go ahead and they will take sell entries like around about here, and they'll put their stop loss probably at the data high here or the relative high there, targeting probably down to here somewhere. All right, and I'm going to talk about targeting in a minute. Now, when price is moving around, we know now that there's lots of orders sitting in this area. So why would price want to come and take all of that out? Well, it needs to basically collect all this money. So if you believe in the concept that the markets are essentially algorithmic or they're manipulated or whatever you want to believe, right? A lot of traders believe that the markets are algorithmic in a way in that they are designed or engineered in a certain way to move a certain way. Many traders believe that the markets are manipulated, and I kind of lean on both sides of that. I think there's a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist, so all I care about is, am I making money? And so what I believe here, and what most people will kind of tend to lean into, is that there is some sort of manipulation happening in price. So why does that happen? Well, if you are an institution like a large bank or a big money maker, as we call them, I want to be able to sell this asset when the price is all the way up here, right? So I want to bring the price up here, and I know that there's lots and lots of liquidity here. Lots of people have placed orders, and you see where this red box is? That's where everyone is basically placing their orders, and there's big stop losses here. So what that means is that price is eventually going to retrace and take all that liquidity out, right? Now, that same rule applies on every single angle of the chart. So if you look here, right, check this out. See this candle here, this big candle? Well, this candle is the opposite of this one, right? So you would know that people have placed long orders here and they would have put their stop probably just at the relative low of this candle here, or maybe even a little bit lower, right? So now I know there's lots of liquidity here. There's lots and lots of area here where price is going to be essentially coming to take that liquidity. And as you can see, price is coming to take that liquidity, right? Now, to become even more specific with this, we can actually just mark out where exactly price is likely to touch. And it would be the bottom of this wick. That's how we target it. So if I was going to be going in short from up here, where I would actually be targeting is just this wick right there, because I know that price needs to come and sweep liquidity just underneath this wick. So if we look at price and see what happens, there we go. Price comes and it taps right into that wick. Okay. Now you would have seen here that price is kind of jumping around, moving up and down, and there's lots of different reasons for that. We've got liquidity in all these different areas. If we actually mark them out, you can see right there is a wick there, and you can see price has come and actually tapped it. It may have actually come and tapped this wick here even. On this occasion it hasn't, but eventually I can promise you it will. Okay, so we will come back to that later. For now, we've just wicked into this particular area of liquidity. Now what I'm going to teach you here is an extra little kind of bonus tip here. What we have here is two levels. In trading we would call these equal lows. Okay, now I know they're not exactly equal. This wick is kind of just coming underneath it, but you could argue that they are relatively equal, okay? And when you see equal lows like this, it's telling you something. It's basically saying that not only have we still got long orders from here, because we have, right? Because if you look at the price, have we come and taken all the liquidity yet? The answer is no, because look, people would have their stop losses down here, right? So there's still liquidity in this area. So this is a false bottom, all right? So when we see here, we would have the same thing. People are longing from here. And why are they longing? Because they think that because the price previously has bounced from this level, this is where you get retail mentality, very kind of newbie mentality here, where they think, oh, well, you know, it's hit the price here before, so it's going to bounce again. And a very kind of beginner mindset, they teach this candle pattern known as the double bottom or the double top. This is a double bottom where the price is supposed to basically bounce from here and go upwards. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, when you see equal lows like this, or equal highs even, the price is not going to go higher. It might for a bit, but it's definitely going to come and take out all this liquidity. Let's see what happens. There we go. It does not like these equal lows. All right, there was a lot of liquidity here, and price comes down and it absolutely demolishes all that liquidity. And that is how liquidity works. It goes and it looks for that magnetized price and it goes and takes that money. So the way that we identify it again is just by looking at where is price reactive and where do you think people have put their orders in? Well, if I just look at this chart here and we look at it together, where do you think it is, right? Do you think it's here because price seems to move up from here and it goes? Maybe that could be a great area of liquidity, right? Because price has actually not retraced into this level yet, which means that there's probably a good amount of liquidity there. We can get rid of this one because that's taken. There's also probably a good amount of liquidity here, right? Because price is again jumping from here. There's probably a good smaller amount of liquidity here, right? Just between these moves. When you see price like this now in the middle of nowhere, right? I mean, a lot of people might say here, well, you know, it's not in the middle of nowhere. We've got a fair value gap here. You're right, you know, and you can see that that fair value gap is actually respected a little bit, but that's a bearish looking candle to me. And this fair value gap needs to be filled, I believe. And also it's really close to all this liquidity. So is it going to bounce from here? Maybe, you know, maybe. But what we want to do as traders is we don't want to make, you know, rash decisions or rush decisions. You wouldn't just suddenly go long from here. You would wait for a market structure shift, right? Before you actually take that position. And what do I mean by that? Well, if somebody was going to long here, right, you would want to wait for something like this. You want to see price come up. And then you want to see some action here that actually indicates to us that we can take that reversal. At the moment, let's see what happens, okay? It doesn't actually jump up and go. It actually completely invalidates this fair value gap, right? And what you can see here is really interesting, right? So you can see this candle here comes all the way down and the wick just comes here. Now, a lot of traders are going to think, well, that's it. You know, it's come, it's wicked into the area and it's gone. It hasn't, right? Because if you look very closely, you can see that the wick has not touched the low here. It's not touched this candle. And the reason I've specifically highlighted this candle is because if you look at it, it's the lowest point of the candle between the candle to the left and the right, which means that this candle is the low point, right? It needs to come and touch the liquidity there. Let's just see what happens here. All right, just like as though it's some sort of magnet, right? As I said, the price comes and it hits this particular low and it bounces very aggressively. That's a nice candle. That's a nice bullish candle. But again, does it mean that it's over? Is there more liquidity to be taken here? There is. There is still more liquidity, and you have to look at market structure too, right? You got to take that into context. Like if I look at the structure of this market right now, are we bullish or are we bearish? Well, it's not rocket science, right? The price is here, 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 and we are now here, right? All the way down to this point here. So the market looks pretty bearish to me. So I'm not necessarily looking for an immediate long position. I might actually be looking for short positions, right? But let's just see what happens. You can see here, really interesting, right? We have this fair value gap, and look at what's happening to the candles here. The candles are not closing above that fair value gap. It's almost rejecting it. And as soon as you see this happening, you know that the market is not respecting this fair value gap. It's actually just it's kind of losing momentum to be able to go and take that fair value gap out. So the fair value gap is completely invalidated. It now becomes an inverted fair value gap. It already was inverted at this candle here. So you could have actually taken a position here and put your stop up here. We can see that this fair value gap is not respected. So price comes down, right? Comes back into this wick here. This liquidity is actually taken now. This liquidity on where the wick is touched is not taken because the price hasn't come underneath it. It's tapped it, but it has not taken it. Let's see. All right, so now price is going further up, and we can ask ourselves, why? Why is price going further up? Well, let's look for liquidity, right? Can that give us the answer? Well, there's liquidity in these areas. Okay, let's mark them out. So we've got some liquidity here. We've got liquidity here, right? Because if you can see here, there was a sell-off here, right? So price comes down and sells off. So price then needs to come up and collect that liquidity, which it has. We also have a void or fair value gap, right? We've got a price imbalance just here, which is liquidity, right? There is money there. So price has now come and it's taken that liquidity out of that fair value gap. Let's see what happens next. Okay, it comes and it taps this liquidity here. Okay, it attempts to take that liquidity again. You got a double top there. Okay, price is ranging and it's ranging and it's ranging and there. Now, if you've been paying attention to this, what did we say about double tops and double bottoms? You got 2 points of liquidity here that are very, very equal, very, very close to each other. So that should tell you that price is going to come and take these out. And as you can see, price then comes and it takes it out. And where does it go to? Well, surprise, surprise, we have a point of liquidity right there where price is selling off from. So lots of people would have been selling that, and it comes and taps into that liquidity. So hopefully you can see by this very short example of how liquidity can determine price action really clean. And it really helps us to understand where price is going to go and where we should be setting our entries and our exits. Okay. And this hopefully gives you an overview of how liquidity works and why it's so critical as traders. If you want to learn more about liquidity and how we use it on a day-to-day basis on our trading systems, you can join our exclusive Discord community where we share trade ideas, strategies, and tips. You can see the link for that in the description below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow traders, and don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss an update. Happy trading. I'll see you in the next one.